Hi, this is Dominic Keating. I played Lieutenant Malcolm Reed on Enterprise, as you probably know, and you are listening to the NX 7062 podcast. Enjoy.
Well, hello, and good evening. It is the NX 7062 podcast, and I do hope you enjoy the evening with my very special guest, who is going to be coming out very soon. He was here, then he stepped away, and now what I'm seeing is that there's no video feed. So hopefully, while I sit here and vamp for a little bit, we'll get all of that straightened out. Hello to everybody here tonight. Melissa and JR and Jober and War Dog and Robert and Nancy and oh my. And yeah, Nina, I saw what you said earlier. I love you, Nina. And I did not send a hitman to her house, just so everybody is aware. And Jeannie, and let's see who else. Uncle Hairball's here. Look at all of you amazing people that came to the show. And yeah, bro, I do need to talk about Star Wars. I knew you shouldn't have left, Mark. Just saying. So we're flipping the script a little bit tonight. We're going to start with chatting about The Mandalorian because my very special guest is working on his video issues. And because I absolutely loved The Mandalorian this week. You know, it's really funny. I read comment. Actually, it was a comment in yesterday's Shuttlepod show where somebody was saying that this year the script was a little flipped because Picard season 3 seems to be getting all the love, and The Mandalorian is getting a little bit of hate. People aren't really enjoying this season of The Mandalorian that much. It's interesting because I was reading articles, and the whole reason that it was titled The Mandalorian is because it doesn't have to be Djinn. It can be anybody. They could conceivably move to another Mandalorian. It's not The Mandalorian. It's anybody that follows the way or follows half the way. And seriously, this week was amazing. I loved the fact that you had Jack Black and Christopher Lloyd in the show. I thought that was a lot of fun. I love Jack Black. I think he's great. And so I thought that was really good. I thought it was interesting to see some old battle droids that could say more than Roger, Roger. Baby Yoda, cute as always. Oh, he doesn't like people unless they start waving food at him, and then he loves and then he loves you, right? I mean, if you want to talk about anybody knowing the way to somebody's heart with food, it would be his. Okay. Well, hello, ID 1701. Nice to see you. Welcome. All right, Melissa, won't forget your love, Lizzo. Let's see. Christopher Lloyd, another actor on the list that has done both Star Trek and Star Wars. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Cena Nerd. Thank you for joining us tonight. Great to see you here. Yeah, exactly. See, you can cross over and do it well. And he played a villain in both. Go figure. A knighted Grogu. Hi, Puka. Yes, a knighted Grogu was actually really cool. I loved that. That was adorable. The whole thing was adorable. I'm glad that it wasn't it was for real. There was a part of me that was waiting for that twist where you found out that everything was a setup and the whole paradise thing wasn't for real. So I was glad that was all genuine. I'm glad that they figured out how to get her the Darksaber without Bo. I want to call her Bo, without Bo and Mando having to go at it. I love that they found that loophole, which obviously was the reason why that was in the flashbacks. I also do want to point out that I am wearing an amazing shirt that my Wash Gang brethren will recognize, because these were courtesy of the amazing Mars DeVore, the Shuttlepod show. These were our shirts for the live event that happened back in February. And I figured, since Mark is supposed to be with me tonight, and he will be with me in a bit, as soon as, I don't know, it was working. I swear to God, it was working before, and now the video is not working. Yes, it's Mars's shirt. I don't know where Mars is, if she's going to be joining us tonight, but yeah, it's Mars's shirt. It's got a Wash Gang patch on one side. Thank you. I love this shirt. And it's got the Shuttlepod. It's got this logo on the other side. And then it says the Shuttlepod show. And it was amazing. And there's Tim. Oh, yes. We're going to be talking about the Con Artist album very soon. Yeah, I'm glad. Maybe that's why Mark's having a problem logging in, because he doesn't want to face you in trivia. I did find one really cool trivia question, and it's going to go along with some of the stuff we're talking about tonight, and we will get to that eventually. All I keep seeing is Mark is having video issues, and I don't know why. I don't know what end it's on. Hold on. I mean, my settings, let's see. Yeah, I don't have settings for guest video. Yes, give me a like. Nope. Mark. There's video. I see you now. And look, I was able to vamp just enough about the Mandalorian. So maybe we should let me see if we can get Mark on here before he disappears again. Yes, Tiffany is awesome, Dave. And everybody, I think, can agree on that. All right, let's see what we got. Hello. Hello. I didn't want to take too long to introduce you, because I wanted to get your... Oh, thank you, Slack Twaddle, for that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So it's good to see you, Mark. Actually got the video and see you. Oh, I can
see you as always.
As always. So you know what? The reason that yeah, exactly, Scene Nerd, there he is. The reason I reversed the order of what we were going to talk about tonight was because I wanted to vamp a little bit about the Mandalorian. And then, since you watched Picard as well, I thought we could talk about Picard together. Oh, Nina. Look, Nina's here. Because I told her she wasn't allowed to go to sleep.
Nina doesn't sleep anyway.
Well, I told her if she had to, she could take a nap.
Yeah.
So, Robert Plant says, welcome back. Or that's where.
Hi, everyone. Oh, look at that. Look at the crowd. We got a good crowd.
We've got an amazing crowd. Absolutely. So, hello, crowd.
Waddle. Hi, Dave. Hi, JR, Melissa, Tiffany, Scene Nerd. Who else is here? Janine, Wardogheim, Nancy, Jober, Puka. All right, a lot of people.
A lot of people.
I'm sorry. Nina totally sleeps like a normal person.
Absolutely. Nina gets sleep. You know. War Dog says, people are moving so quick, it's hard. It's getting hard for me to click on these to share them.
Oh, there it is.
Is it a Golden Gopher hat?
Yes, University of Minnesota Golden Gophers, Sky Yuma. That's my alumni, my alumnusdom.
Well, hello, Wills, aka Scene Nerd. Welcome. We are so glad to have you here. Okay, so Jober just blew his cover. He's a changeling. So somebody get out a phaser.
You want to say hi? So the reason I was a little tardy, forgive me, is that Erica was being interviewed for Entertainment Industry Podcast, and I was trying to give her the room to wrap that up without barging in.
Thanks, Mark, for doing that.
Yay!
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
So, what's the name of the podcast that you were just on?
Rough Day in Showbiz.
Oh, that's awesome! What a title.
She's like, well, you know that I work with Mark, right?
Rough Days.
Rough Days.
No, it's, yeah, Rough Day. It's a rough day in showbiz. Yeah, coming out soon. So I'll post when it comes out. You guys can listen to all my rough days
Stories.
And they all probably start with, well, Mark said.
It all starts with Mark.
Yeah. So Mark had this horrible idea.
No, I didn't mention Mark once.
How much did he pay you to keep him out of it?
Like, I'm insulted.
Yeah. You don't have one shitty story about me?
No, I just decided not to share them.
That's love. That's love right there, folks.
Oh, hi, guys.
Yeah, just say hi, guys, because otherwise we will be here for another half an hour while you say hello to everybody that just...
Jober knows Rough Day in Showbiz, guys, and he connected me with them. Thank you, Jober.
Oh, and Jober's going to be talking about rough days in showbiz. Maybe he's going to have an Erica story when he comes on the show.
Ooh, he says I'm the easiest.
To work with. To work with. Oh, yeah, Melissa saw Glorious.
Oh.
We love Glorious.
My, that's awesome. Somebody sent me a picture of the Blu-ray. They found it in the store today.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the other day when I was at Best Buy, I saw the Blu-ray of Terrifier 2, and I know the entire crew that put that one together, so I was very excited to see it out and about. Anybody that likes...
Glorious.
Yeah.
But I won't tell it here.
You can tell it.
No.
You can tell it on another one, because it's not like you're not going to come back. We just got a lot to cover tonight.
Yeah.
Like Picard. What did y'all think of Picard? I liked it, finally.
Wait, did I finish watching what she's about to talk about?
I don't know.
I don't think
yes,
I
you did.
did.
Yes, you did. The red door.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I was like, it's going to end with another red door.
They're all red doors.
They're all red doors.
There are red doors, and that's where they all end. Well, hopefully next week we'll actually start with the goddamn red door.
I just love watching Picard. It's I don't know. It's been one of my favorites.
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with you about yesterday's show, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, you.
Oh.
Yeah, but we'll get to that in a minute because we're not up to that point yet. We're talking about Picard. Yeah, open it, like Tiffany said, open the damn door already. Just open it and let's find out. But of course they had to do the very nostalgic, let's all sit around a conference table scene. I got my whole Data saves the ship moment, which I was hoping was going to happen. The whole memory with Tasha Yar was very sweet, but we all know that that's like Data's most precious memory next to Spot, I guess. I loved the Spot thing. Especially since I have an orange cat now too. He's not as orange, but he's definitely orange. So
Aww.
I liked the Melissa wants to know what your favorite Star Trek is so far.
Oh, I mean, that's just such a hard one.
The Cage.
I don't know what it is, but it's not necessarily going to be my favorite, but so far I've been really enjoying watching Picard season 3 for some reason.
Yay!
It's
I
really
love this.
Good.
Jober, I love Jober's sense of humor. This is all I'm saying.
What did he say? There's so many things going on the screen.
I know. That's why I have to pick the best. They open the red door, and behind the door is Benny Russell still working on his science fiction in the 1950s. I think that would be great.
So Stephanie, when I come back on your show, hopefully I can announce when the podcast, my episode will come out from Rough Day in Showbiz.
Yeah, assuming that it's after you come on the show.
No.
Because right now the tentative date for Erica Part 2 is May 15th. That could change.
Yeah.
But that's the tentative date. So.
We can keep it that way. I'm happy to.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I mean, I might, I'm waiting to hear, honestly, I am waiting to hear back from Bonnie Frederici. So I'm hoping, and I gave her like all the dates.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping I can get her on before the end of the season, but we'll see.
The trick is to only give them 3 dates.
And he tells me that now.
You didn't ask.
I know I didn't ask because, you know, but I will remember that going forward.
Aw,
See, Nancy's looking forward to having you back, Erica.
I just gave you a thumbs up.
thanks, Nancy.
Aw. Okay, so that covers Picard. So yes, Bonnie Gordon, love Bonnie Gordon. That interview yesterday was fabulous. She's fabulous. But you didn't talk about us singing Paradise by the Dashboard Light when she brought that whole thing up. You didn't mention that we sang it in.
I was going to, but the conversation carried on, and it felt odd to force it back. So, womp womp.
Wah, wah.
But Dominic kind of got into it.
Yeah, kind of. And I was waiting. I'm like, somebody, like, yeah.
You mentioned me.
I'm like, talk about
me.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, you know, that night that we sang it together, he was like blown away by. He was like, "Oh, Mark, that was great. I walked back to the table, and Dominic's like, "Oh yeah, you were good too." I'm like, "Thanks a lot, Dominic."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Thanks for the afterthought. Love you too."
Well, he told me in the parking lot afterwards. He pulled me aside and he said, "Just so you know, tell Stephanie that I forgot to shout her out. I was trying to make a joke and I forgot what I was talking about, so I just moved on. But Stephanie was such a good singer that night. Please let her know." So I'm letting you know now.
And I think I just saw your nose grow.
Yeah, I made that up.
Yeah, I know.
I just wanted you to feel recognized.
That. Thanks for
I
trying.
thought it was fun. I didn't want to do it, but it turned out good.
No,
but Bonnie was fantastic, right?
Yeah, Bonnie was fantastic. I love Bonnie. Her energy is amazing. Her talent with the whole jingle thing was fantastic. I'm so jealous that you guys are going to get to go to the Magic Castle.
Yeah, it looks like Thursday is supposed to be when we're going, but our shoot schedule this week is changing as we speak, so that may get postponed.
Love you, Mohammed. Thank you.
Oh, hi, Mohammed.
Oh
See
yeah.
that you only 18 thumbs up, but 30 people in the room.
Yeah, so please, you know, smash, boop, you know, whatever you need to do to show that like button a little love. I would really appreciate it. Yeah, they're going to Bonnie works at the Magic Castle. If you missed the show yesterday, you definitely need to go see it. Bonnie's freaking awesome. She has some great stories, and she freaking works at the Magic Castle. So Jeannie thinks Bonnie should have been a 2-parter. Bonnie was invited back, don't forget, or Bonnie offered to come back. So
Bonnie invited herself.
Bonnie invited herself because that's who Bonnie is.
Which is a really good, I like it when they do that. That's a good sign. It means they had fun.
Exactly. So Jober thinks that Bonnie needs to be on Starfleet Academy with Tilly. Both of them in the same room at the same time would be awesome. 2 amazing, vivacious redheads in the same, that would break people's televisions, I think, and it would be awesome.
I think Erica should be in Starfleet Academy.
As a Vulcan, yeah, we started that hashtag last
As
week.
the youngest Vulcan.
Oh, in fact, J.R. Poole, who's here, I saw him.
Yeah, he's here. Did he send you something?
He did. I mean, I'll find a good way to post it shortly, but.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyways, that's
not. Oh, it's her with Vulcan ears.
Yeah, you could give T'Pol a run for her money.
It says Tilla Rose.
Oh, that's awesome, JR. That's amazing.
You can't see it, guys. Sorry about that. I tried.
But yeah, share it, and I'll share it, and we'll all just share it, and we'll hashtag. What is it? Erica LaRose on Star Trek Academy.
I'm working on the hashtag because it's a bit long. So why don't I get it to you with the new hashtag?
Get me the new hashtag, and we'll hashtag it everywhere.
Thank you.
Of course, Bonnie clearly needs to teach Connor some magic tricks. Yeah, I think we established that yesterday. But yeah, Bonnie's amazing, except for the whole like not mentioning me. But it's okay. It's okay because I did actually get the first mention with the first jingle, so all is forgiven.
You got the first jingle.
I got the first jingle, and for all of those who missed it, because I promised you all that there's going to be an exclusive video, and there's definitely going to be an exclusive video, and it's coming up. But because we're testing the waters here on how to share videos, I'm going to share my jingle first so that we can see how this all works and make sure you guys can see it, make sure the audio works and all that fun stuff. So let's see. We're going to share my official Bonnie Gordon jingle for the NX7062 podcast.
Our first one is NX7062.
NX70. Okay.
And
What the hell does that rhyme
Yeah.
yeah, right. Whoops.
with? You chose that one first.
NX7.
Her name is Stephanie. She's the host of the NX702 podcast.
Okay.
She's an Enterprise fan,
All right.
and she has 7 cats.
My goodness. Okay.
I like her already.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Stephanie the hostess with the most of the NX7062 show. She's an Enterprise fan, but we all know that she's also a cat lady with 7 cats.
Very bad.
Oh my God. That's really
So-
very funny.
That was very funny. That was awesome. I loved being the first one, except for the whole, it was real funny. What rhymes with NX7062. Bonnie still figured it out because she is just that awesome.
All for cats.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that Tiffany.
That's the one who be
Yeah, you're infamous. And Tiffany, let's not go overboard, Jover, because I do love my Dominic intro, but it's definitely going to be used somewhere for the show. I promise. I promise. But yeah, by the way, Tiffany, I did come up with one trivia question for you and Mark. So we might have to do trivia a little bit later. So Mark, we have an entire list of things to talk about.
We do have some fun stuff to talk about.
We have some amazing stuff to talk about.
Yeah. I think the first thing, what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the new show?
You want to talk about the new show, or do you want to keep them in suspense?
Suspense.
You want to do suspense? Or you want to...
I'm
It's
concerned
tough.
if this goes on too long, the wine will kick in.
We're already over 20 minutes into the show, and we've got 31 people watching. Because
We want to talk about the new show. We want to talk about Las Vegas. We want to talk about our Patreon updates. I think most people here are actually Patreon members for the Shuttlepod show.
Puka's voting for new.
And then things like Ticket Store Show and some other potential projects we're thinking about. New show. All right, new show.
New show.
Vegas.
Yes, we are. We're giving. Mohammed voted Vegas. This is why I love Mohammed. Mohammed and I mind melded a couple years ago, so we are almost always on the same page. And Vegas, so.
Well, it's your show, so.
It's my show. It is my show. Exactly. STLV or bust. We're up to 33. People are saying Vegas. I don't know. See, the thing is this next video that we're doing is going to be exclusive. So once you guys see it here tonight, you won't be able to see it on the replay. Probably. So it's going to go away at least for a little bit.
All right, so we're starting with new show then, it sounds like. We can talk about Vegas quick. So
let's talk about Vegas quick because
we want to go to Vegas and we just want to have fun. And we want to meet a bunch of Star Trek fans and fan people and do the scene. I've never been to a big Star Trek convention. I've never been to the live event that we threw in February for the Shuttlepod show is the only Star Trek event that I have ever been to. And not counting like screenings or premieres or like Q&As with directors and stuff like that, or, industry stuff. So I'm excited to do that. And we thought it would be a great opportunity to be there for anyone who's a Patreon member of our show, anyone who's a fan of our show, we're going to be there so you can come and visit with us. If you're a Patreon member, you'll be able to come up and, take some photos or whatever. We're going to have some stuff for everyone to do. We're thinking about throwing a cocktail party, like a happy hour or something like that. And we're going to collect a bunch of information from our Patreon members, people who are planning on going or who would go if we were there. And we're going to kind of assemble in an itinerary based on that. Like, what are the things we're going to do for the weekend based on what do you guys all think?
Outside of celebrating my birthday right before it starts.
Outside of celebrating a birthday.
My birthday's Tuesday and preview night is Wednesday, so. Nashville's awesome. I love Nashville. We need to do something in Nashville. Nashville's great.
So anyway, that's Vegas.
That's Vegas.
We're putting together a budget to go. We're putting together a list of things that we think might be fun to do, and we'll post it for people to vote on or to comment on our Patreon and our Discord. So I guess keep an eye out for that. If anyone's got any questions about it or any great ideas, you should let us know.
Speaking of mind melding, Avengers assemble, Patreons assemble, and Nina, they said it at the same time.
Patreons assemble.
That's awesome. All right. And you know what, Nina, because I heard you, I saw you, and I love you, Mark and I are going to shut up now. And I think what I'm going to do to make this play easier is I'm going to take Mark and I out of it. And we're just going to play this video.
Oh, so let me set this up.
Yes, I was just going to say. So, Mark, what am I about to show everybody?
So we are at the Shuttlepod show launching a new show. We are tentatively calling it, I think we'll most likely be calling it the episodes. So we shot our first episode last Thursday. And the idea is that it's going to be, we're trying to create something that is as community involved as possible. How do we get as many people able to participate in each episode as is possible and do the thing that we all love the most, which is watch Star Trek. So it's going to be kind of combination, a Zoom Q&A, live stream, watch party, live chat, where we've got a professional critic who's going to write a brief review on every episode that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk through the episode and do a live chat after it. And then we've got other podcasts who are going to be coming in and playing games. Things like we had, and you'll see it here, a clip of it here. We tested having the Unplanned Trek podcast come and give us a challenge about the episode we just watched. We had to choose the worst and best moments of the episode, and we had to play a round of trivia about the episode we just watched, which was The Cage, the original, and it was a lot of fun. So, yeah.
All right. So are you guys ready to see your very first peek at episodes? Because this is what we're doing. So everybody get ready. Mark and I are going to disappear. So
it's our test shoot, by the way. So if there's some things that look or feel a little wonky, it's because we're trying to feel it out. So
exactly.
And also we're able to do this because of the gear that we've been getting on our wish list from our amazing fans, like Dave Gregory is here. Dave, the gift that you gave the show single-handedly made this possible. So we're incredibly grateful, and we jumped on the opportunity immediately to take advantage of that switcher board, and we hope that everyone loves the result.
So here we go. Everybody get ready, because here it comes.
And it is that time of year. Happy Passover.
Happy Passover.
Yeah.
Happy
Congratulations.
Passover.
To all the folks that made it.
Indeed.
And please notice the hat. It didn't go
Star Trek Day.
It was not unplanned. You know, it's 10 feet. It's a big piece.
Is it still around?
I think it might be
Is that
in
the one that's in the Smithsonian?
I think it's in the Smithsonian. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Spock looks a little homeless, doesn't he?
Oh.
45, 50 years later, there were two guys on either side of those doors just pushing and pulling.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Still.
Some things never change.
Some things never change. I love that. I love
In the
that.
future, there are no blankets.
This bit I love, Captain Relaxed.
She does a good job, all right. It's just that I you're used to having a woman on the bridge.
What? Now this was very obviously, clearly ahead of its time. That visual effect there.
That's the first time we ever saw that.
Yeah.
First time we ever saw warp speed. First time we saw a transporter.
Suddenly we're in a Steinbeck novel in space.
We got some white lightning for you here, folks.
Steinbeck in space.
Oh. He was super proud of that. He did his own stunt.
That's right.
That was a big jump.
Look at those
Look,
faces.
this is the bit, the tumbleweed. It's a Western.
Yeah. Yay, the cage.
Was John Hoyt the doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Desi-Lou.
Desi-Lou.
That was better than I expected it to be.
Tropes. I mean, we all know that anyone in a red shirt needs to consult their attorney to get a will in order. And that fuzzballs called tribbles evidently create issues. As special effects go, something way ahead of its time in believability. Ditto the opening scenes on the Enterprise with their surprisingly noirish lighting and sleek production design. Gender issues were, shall we say, still a work in progress. So we wind up rolling our eyes over the teeny bopper new recruit crushing on the captain. Here in the cage, the only world left to explore is a papier-mâché covered CBS backlot on a quest to find the team of clearly hostile scenic artists and ask for the eternal question of the universe. How are you thinking with those sets? But then the big ideas in Roddenberry's script kick in.
Got these big ideas that are timeless up against not so timeless backdrops
Right.
of where they're trying to set them. Yeah.
Well, if you think about it theatrically, story, you can have very little on stage, but if you've got story and if you've got relationships and if you've got, how's it going?
Hello, guys.
Hi, Isaac.
I'm really excited. I've got a couple of segments for you guys
All right.
to really test if you were watching today.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And for those of you who don't know, Unplanned Trek Podcast is a show where they watch random episodes of Star Trek and then they present awards.
And it's the most demeaning,
He didn't say no offense.
it's
I
not a
thought he
good
said
He
that.
said, no, he said something.
Not you,
Not
number one.
you. You're
different.
different.
No,
You're
it's
not
just-
really a woman.
You're more like a man.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah, I hope you don't mind this being amateur of me, but I just received a text message. You mentioned that you can be bribed. Just sending you some money now. Connor, please don't read this out loud.
Oh, great.
All right, so who said the line of the episode, which was, "The women"?
Oh, Mark. Mark.
Yes, mate.
Spock.
That's right.
Yeah.
when they
That's
only go
right.
down.
Yeah, on the
Oh, right.
transporter
That came
pass,
out
only
wrong.
the
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I remember that whole the women thing. That always
women.
the women. I actually just watched the Menagerie not too long ago, so got a good dose of the cage. So what did you guys all think? Let's give Mark some feedback. That's why he's here.
So the big thing for us is that we really want all of this to. We always talk about community building, and as a Star Trek fan myself, having fun in a group doing what we love doing, which is enjoying Star Trek and having fun with each other. So everything about the show is designed to be as interactive as possible. We really want to open each episode with a video from one of you on your phone or at home on your laptop, whatever, just saying why you love this episode or why you love Star Trek, what got you into Star Trek. And then, we'll watch an episode together, and we'll have a Patreon exclusive live stream of that. So Patreon members can interact with us, ask questions, or we'll turn it into a watch party where as many people can watch it with us as want to. I suppose Patreon members is definitely where we're going to start. Then we like the idea of interacting with the fans while that's happening. And some of the new gear that we have will allow us to do that. The guys and Erica will be able to see the live stream and the people that feed, and we'll have a moderator or whatever. We're also, then we'll watch the review and we'll play the review for all of you. And we'll discuss that review. We'll discuss the plot of the episode and the review and whether it's spot on or not spot on or blah, blah, blah. And then we'll have like a Zoom, that section, we'll do a Zoom with a certain number of people, whether they're random people that we pick off of the internet who won an award, or whether it's a Patreon exclusive Zoom or something. We'll figure that out. And then those people will be able to participate via Zoom in our conversation about that episode, which we thought would be really fun. And then for the time being, we're going to have Unplanned Trek come and challenge us, do a little trivia about the episode, have a challenge where we have to choose the best or the worst or the most ridiculous, or, you know, and we're going to earn points as the Shuttlepod show team and see who's winning.
And who gets cars.
Yeah, and who gets cars. And then we're trying to think of a sign-off, a way to end it. But anyway, that's what we're trying to do, and we really want feedback from all of you to make sure that we design this in a way that you guys enjoy. We don't want to spend a lot of time on something that people aren't going to have fun with. So, yeah.
Yeah, and keeping with the Marvel theme, the Shuttlepod Show Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, and we'll be able to make the Mystery Science 3000 style watch party version of the portion of the episode. We'll be able to make that a Patreon exclusive. So that will post on Patreon right away, and it'll live there forever. If you're a Patreon member, you can rewatch our watch party whenever you want. The rest of the show will go onto our YouTube page, where we go through the review and we walk through the episode and talk about it through the context of the review. Our critic is a guy called Joe Bano, who is a fine arts critic, an acclaimed opera director, theater director, and cinephile. He's a critic for the New York Times, the Washington Post, the LA Times. He's a very long time friend of mine, and Chris is one of the producers on the show.
They're coming for you, Mark.
Coming for me. It's an ambulance. It's an ambulance. It's good to know the difference.
Well, yeah, but do you know the song "They're Coming to Take Me Away"?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
So, and he's very smart, and Joe's. It's exciting to do this with Joe because Joe has never seen a frame of Star Trek. He's old enough to have seen every single episode, but this is the first time he's ever sat down and watched any of it. So it's all new to him, and I don't know. We had a lot of fun. I think, did we have fun the other day? Did you have fun?
One episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish I could see the subtitles because I'm not.
Oh, the subtitles. We can fix that.
Used to Star Trek lingo, so.
Well, it was, yeah. There's a reason that they weren't there.
You're watching in a group. I get it.
So yeah, if anyone has any thoughts about that, you know, we're going to be putting. I think what I'm going to do is post a breakdown of what's our run of show going to be for our next episode. And, you know, these are the sequences we're going to shoot. This is the order we're going to shoot it in. This is what we're thinking of doing. And then see if anyone has any ideas. Melissa, who's here, has offered to test run the Zoom experience with us, which will, and to moderate the Zoom on that side of it, which will be really exciting. Yeah, so anyone who's got ideas, you know, if you're on our Discord or send them our way, email us, find us on our Discord, let me know on our Patreon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you wanna grow this and this community.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look who it is! Kelly! Hi, Kelly. Kelly's joining us from the UK as well.
Hi, Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Is it really good morning there?
Yeah, it is.
It's early morning there. Oh,
Yeah, Nina, I only sent a hitman to your house because we know Kelly would have cursed them out really loudly. So
Nina just lives on U.S. time.
Nina lives by her own clock.
Yeah, well, I think she's on a U.S. time zone clock.
Well, that's possibly okay. So anyway, so that's the new thing, and it's exciting. And you're thinking about possibly this might, if this takes off and does well, you're thinking about making it an independent show as opposed to the Sunday interview show, correct?
Well, we haven't quite figured that out yet. We are thinking that it might be a nice breather because booking guests is very hard. It takes a lot of energy. There's a lot of last minute things going on, and it would. I'm thinking that we might want to try to give us a little breathing space. But I mean, if it's successful in its own right, and we're not running into issues booking interviews for the Shuttlepod show, then maybe we'll run them as two separate shows. I think for the moment, though, we're going to try to launch it in tandem with the Shuttlepod show.
There you go. But I mean, there's just plenty. I mean, the more content, the happier everybody's going to be. So, however you do it, I think the crowd is behind you 100, or no, let's say it's 1701%. So
1.701%.
No, all 1,701%.
That's better.
That's better. I knew the numbers were going to come. Okay, so moving. This is the way. Oh God, Nina, you're flipping around. You're hitting so many franchises right now. I love you. So this is the way. Exactly. Jara likes good tandem.
I like a good tandem. Nice.
Who doesn't like a good tandem? Everyone will be supportive.
What we want to do is bore everyone and drive our audience away after we've worked so hard to grow this community and have awesome, exciting chats. It's really fun to have a great, energetic chat every time we do an episode. It's really fun to, I don't know. It's so much fun to know that for me personally, speaking personally, it's really fun to know that I actually have a tribe. I never really knew that this was out here. I never participated in any of this stuff. I kind of kept it to myself. So I feel like a kid in a playground. And we just want it to be good.
And it is good. And I mean, you're right. It's just so much fun. When I found this community, and I started doing the podcast, I'm like, who the hell's going to watch me? But here we are. Here we are, just having the most amazing time with the most amazing people. That's not unusual. Flip flop. Yeah, flip flop. And let's see. I've got chats scrolling both ways. Hold on. There we go. It's not unusual flip flop between interview and Star Trek episode review installments. Yes, this is very true. Thank you, Jeannie. Yeah, a lot of that's what I do. It's just Mark is great because Mark is my go-to. If I can't think of anything, if my brain is frozen and I don't have a topic, and I don't have an interview set up, it's just, hey, Mark.
That's funny. I don't know.
Hey, Mark. No, I love it. I love having you as my go-to guy because we always have fun when we get together. And you always bring in the crowd. Everybody loves to hang out with you because nobody gets to see you enough on the Shuttlepod show.
Well, it's not me. They're all waiting for Erica to walk by.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Nobody said Erica in the last 10 minutes. So
What'd you say?
Nobody's asked for you in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, geez, Stephanie.
I'm just saying,
No one asked for you, Stephanie.
They better be asking for me or this whole thing just gets shut down.
I'm taking my ball and going home.
I'm taking my show. I'm taking my ball and going home. I'm just saying, Mark, people are here for you. We love you both equally. Yeah, see, exactly, Dave. We love you both.
All right, I'll just leave now.
Well, Erica, we're getting an entire show of you coming up very soon. So.
Oh yeah.
Cold as ice, I know. Alan nailed it.
East Coast, baby. That's That's what it is. It's East Coast. Oh, Mohammed, we love you too. That's the thing. Have you guys met Mohammed yet? Because he's going to be in Vegas.
That's yeah. I mean, that hits on another point that we want to talk about. We were going to talk about some of the Patreon updates that we're doing for the show.
Yep.
The reason we're updating our Patreon is because now that we've been doing the show for a while and we've built a community and we have numbers to look at, analytics, we can see what the community around our show anyway likes and doesn't like, and so we're rejiggering our perks for our membership tier levels. We're about to we've shot already and are about to put out the promos inviting Patreon members to some of the new to participate in some of the new perks, like booking seats or tickets to be on set when we're shooting an interview. So certain Patreon members are going to be it's an open invite to come and participate in our recordings. We're going to some Patreon members are going to be invited to even come and have lunch with us, and that's going to be a perk. I know that we're in LA and a lot of you are not, but if you are in LA, it would be a fun thing to make a part of your trip. And if you're a Patreon member at a certain level, you can just come. If you're not a Patreon member, we're gonna put up something on our website. So that you can buy a ticket to come and watch the show shot live. So we're thinking about all kinds of stuff like that. What people seem to be responding to most is getting to interact. So we're going to kind of focus on interaction things going forward. And we're also going to slowly work our way toward doing more live Shuttlepod shows where, we're going to try at some point soon to do a show just with one guest, like one of our normal shows, on a stage, and then sell tickets to the theater. And, if you're a Patreon member, you can just come and try to keep the price down as low as possible, just so that we don't lose money on the space, and see how that works. If people like that, if people like being in a live audience for that. So doing live streams so that we can have live interaction. We're really excited about all that stuff.
Yeah,
anyway, we're going to be doing a lot of announcements for our Patreon upgrades.
Yeah, because you guys are incredibly generous on Patreon. So that's just, I'm looking forward to whatever it is that you decide that you want to do.
Yeah, I think when we originally launched Patreon, there was coffee mugs and patches.
Right.
And we couldn't figure it out. But as soon as we decided that we were going to put it away and just let everyone know there's no coffee mugs or patches, we're going to figure something else out. Suddenly, it looked like it figured it out. Uh-oh.
Did you figure that one out, Mark? I didn't mention that to you earlier. Let's see if you figured that out.
My screen just went away, and I got a private chat from...
The whole point of private chat is that people don't know that there is one. I can talk about all y'all just to Mark. That's one of the things that's really cool about these streaming services is that there's a private chat section, so I can talk to my guests without speaking or putting it out publicly.
I'm sorry, my video went away. I couldn't see anything anymore.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to do this. I've never been on the other end of this, so I don't know what you're seeing. So we're just having fun together. I've been trying to talk Mark into doing something like this because then we can. I know, right, Nina? He's exposing me.
Nina's all on about me calling everyone out.
I love Nina so much, so much. She's one of my favorite people that I've met through the Shuttlepod show. One of. I don't want anybody else getting jealous out there. One of a long list of amazing people that I've met.
Seeing a Shuttlepod interview live with a happy hour with the guests before or after would be great, right? Wouldn't that be fun as shit?
Yes.
That would be a lot of fun. And yeah, so Ed Miller would kill.
Yep, exactly. And that's a lot of what people love about the show is the casual conversational atmosphere about the show, that it's not, you know, your basic Q&A. It's just a lot of relaxed fun. Exactly. You get better stories that way.
I was going to, it's not here though. We got something from our Amazon wish list that didn't come with a name.
Oh.
We don't know who sent it, so I was going to say if anyone knows, but I don't have it here, so never mind.
Give me some of it. Well, so what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna do like a whoever sent this to us? Thanks, we love you.
Yeah, I think so. We've done a couple of those, and no one has ever let us know.
I wonder if they just want to remain anonymous. I mean, that's entirely possible. There's that MASH episode. Are you eating dinner while we're doing the show? Good glass of wine and a little bit of charcuterie.
Yes, it's prosciutto.
Oh wow,
It's delicious.
I'm sure it is. So speaking of supporting the show, and Vegas, and homes, we haven't touched really on the fact that you guys need a new home.
Oh, good Lord. We were really excited about our current space is really cool, right? Does everyone like the space we're in right now?
Don't say yes, say you hate it, make them feel better.
I love it. I really like it. I was really excited to find it, and we've been having a really good time shooting there. It's close to home. It's close to our gear. It's yeah. But the building just got sold to new owners, and the new owners are kicking out the current tenants who we are leasing the stage space from. So once again, we're looking for a new place to shoot. In fact, if Ira Stephen Bear had not had to postpone his conversation from Wednesday to Thursday, we would have run into some serious issues. But luckily, he wanted to make the change, was able to make the change, or made the change for us, and saved us the being in the horrible position of having to, you know, go out and pay last minute price for a place to shoot. So.
Or take over Connor's house again.
Or yeah, I don't know that is an option. We traumatized him. I think we traumatized Connor, and I think
or the cats
it and was like, nope, no, thank you.
And you traumatized his cats too, if I remember correctly.
A small thing. If anyone's seen those pictures from those episodes we shot at Connor's house, I mean, we took over his house. We were in his living room was our equipment area, staging. His dining room was our set. His family room was production. His kitchen was production spillover and more lighting gear. It was. Yeah, it's a lot to do the show the way that we do it. It's a lot, and to go into somebody's house with that, it's
an even bigger lot.
It's a big lot. Yeah.
So let's save Connor and Dominic's houses.
Well, what we really need is a permanent place for us to live and to shoot in, someplace someplace that we know that if I don't know. What's his face? Name a big Star Trek actor we've not had. William Shatner. If William Shatner, or if Scott Bakula, or whomever says that they can do our show, but they can only do it Monday night. We want to be able to say, yeah, not a problem. We have a standing set. We can do it Monday night. We don't have to restrict it to Wednesdays between this hour and this hour, or some Thursdays between this hour and this hour. And we want to be able to work out of it as well, especially now that we're going to be doing another show. We need to be able to set up and have our space and not have to. We have to set it up and take it down every time. So every time we shoot an episode of the Shuttlepod show, Shran and me and 2 or 3 other guys have to move all of our gear from storage to the stage. We have to set it all up and organize it. And we have to build the set. Then we have to fine tune it. And we usually do that the night before. And then we come in early in the morning and we fine tune it, and we make any changes. We run tests on all the gear to make sure that we're not, we've had tech issues in the past, and we try to make sure that that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 8 hours to set up, and then we shoot for 3 hours, 4 hours, and then we have to break down and move it all out again. Also, half of the set is my living room. It's like half of my house goes out the door every time we shoot. So it's, it'd be nice to have, and we're trying to figure out the best way to do that, because that's an additional cost, and we thought that maybe it would be worth exploring to see if we put together some kind of a fundraising effort. This is how much it's going to cost for us to get a place and make sure that it's paid for the next 12 months. But we're just sort of trying to figure that out now, because we only have until the end of, we have just a little over a month left where we can continue to shoot here, but I don't know how solid that is anymore.
Right. And definitely, I mean, like you said, having your own space would just cut down. I mean, it would literally cut out 2 days on either end of,
Yeah, and Ed Milner is saying it exactly right. Create a permanent space and rent it out on the days we're not using it. We would love to do that. We would love to let other podcasts come in and shoot with our gear on days that we're not shooting. We would love to build those relationships with those podcasters. We'd love to even maybe help them with their show, especially if it's like, if someone came up to me and said, I really want to do a Stargate show, I'd be like, are you kidding me? I would love to help with that. So that's a really great idea, but in order to do that, we have to have our own place. Yeah. And we're trying to figure out the best way to do that. Do we raise money for that? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure the best way to do it. Anyway, that's the current big ticket struggle on our on our agenda.
But but just think, any sort of crowdfunding campaign comes with some amazing perks, which you and I have been talking about. We've been kind of spitballing these awesome perk ideas.
Yeah, like I think people really like the dinners and just where we succeeded with the live event that we did in February, I think, and anyone who went there, including you, Stephanie, can correct me. I think where we did the best is where we all just got to mingle and have fun together. When we had happy hour or
karaoke.
Karaoke. I mean, hanging out at Fox and the Hounds was the Fox and Hounds.
The Fox and Hounds, yeah.
Was some of the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, we don't need any nasty emails from the Brits. It was the Fox and Hounds. Yeah. No, that was the best. The Scotch eggs were really good too. Oh my God. And I actually had, what is it? Spotted dick. I decided to go native and try the spotted dick as a dessert. It was really good. For anybody that wants.
Of course you tried that.
Of course I tried that. But for anybody, it's a little bundt cake with raisins and this amazing side of this amazing cream, sweet cream. And it's really good. It's my second favorite British dessert next to sticky toffee pudding, which half the reason I like it is just because I like saying sticky toffee pudding.
Watch your mouth.
No. Evan Cutler, are you bloody fucking kidding me?
What?
This is Evan.
Hi, Evan.
Say hi to Evan. Evan is the person that got me to go to my first Star Trek convention.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Nina is absolutely right. Sticky toffee pudding is the best stuff ever. Yes, Evan is one of my oldest and dearest friends. I've known him since and he was also my prom date. He took me to my senior prom.
No kidding.
No kidding. Yeah, there's pictures somewhere.
1999?
2000. It was 2000. Yeah. No, Evan did. He took me. Yeah, he did. He took me to my prom.
I grabbed his hammer. That's pretty great.
Yeah, no, he's a big nerd. In fact, the night we met was a New Year's Eve. The night we met was at a New Year's Eve party, and we ended up hanging out and talking about Star Trek. And I think the the biggest thing that blew him away was that I could talk to him about Star Trek.
Oh, Nancy, you're here. I wanted to tell you while you're here. I have some of you have mail going out the door from us. But Nancy, you have mail specifically, and I wanted you to know that Wash's pH levels are exactly where they're supposed to be now.
Yay! Where is Wash? Is he hanging out where is
Wash
Wash?
is outside. Yeah, he's enjoying the fresh air.
Oh, good. For those of you that don't believe it, but yes, Wash does actually get some fresh air.
Wash spends all day, every day, all night, every night outside, except for the days that we're shooting.
And Evan, since you're new to this, yes. Okay, Wash is the avocado plant that is the mascot of the Shuttlepod show. And yes, he is named after that Wash.
Yes, that Wash.
Yes, because Evan is the reason I actually got to meet Wash. Evan, whenever Evan and I go to conventions, he's always getting everybody's autographs, so I just tag along.
Yes, it was gypsum, Nancy. Yes.
So that's how I got to meet Alan Tudyk, because Evan got his autograph, and Evan picked a Firefly 8x10 out of all of the Alan Tudyk stuff to get signed. He picked a Firefly, and he actually signed it. I am a leaf on the wind.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Made me want to cry.
Nancy was kind enough. Nancy's a big gardener, for those of you who don't know, and she's taken a special interest in Wash, and she sent us a meter, a pH meter that will tell you the moisture level and the pH balance in the soil and all that. And I learned how to use it, and she sent some gypsum because the soil needed some gypsum, and boom, did it like that.
So Evan, I think Evan might be one of the only people here that has not seen an episode of the Shuttlepod show, so he needs to go subscribe.
Oh, Evan.
Evan needs to subscribe to the Shuttlepod show. I mean, I'm glad you're here, Evan. I can't believe you're here. I'm really thrilled that you made it, but you also need to go subscribe to the Shuttlepod show. When this is over, you need to head on over and subscribe to the Shuttlepod show, because it's amazing. Oh, did you talk to Connor's parents about that?
I will. Yeah, I yes. I assure Connor every single day we shoot that Wash is doing just fine. He's getting so much better. What everyone sees is Wash's struggle from a year ago. A year ago, he ran into some issues. I don't know if it was too dry or too wet or too whatever, but there was some issue. And he's a tree, so it takes a while to grow out of that. And the scar of a year ago is still there, but he's looking better.
Yeah.
He's big and leafy and fresh leaves all over the top. He looks like a palm tree. If we keep removing the dying or dead or damaged leaves, he's going to look like a palm tree. We're trying to let him grow out of it a little bit more.
Yeah, there you go. So for everybody that worries, like you keep saying, just look at the top. The top is nice and healthy, and that's what's important. Yes, JR, Evan does have some homework. Now that he's here, we're not going to let him go either. We have sucked you in. There's no getting out of it.
Oh, they're talking about cats again. I will say it was funny, and I didn't notice it until we were on set with Bonnie Gordon, that when Bonnie was doing the jingles for our Patreon members who responded to the jingle call, so many of you have cats.
But who among us has 7? Except me.
Not me.
Not me. No, I don't know. It was an accident. It just sort of happened, and now 7's just the number that I'm stuck with.
A lot of cats.
It is, but they all have their own personalities, and I get to name them after all of my
Cat ladies of the world unite.
Unite. Well, untie, but we all know what you mean, Kelly.
Tie one on.
Yeah, there you go. Cat ladies of the world, tie one on. I like that. Some of us need it because sometimes cats. Oh, there go. War Dog, you got 9. But War Dog, you can't be a cat lady. So.
Yeah, but I'll bet War Dog's cats are all like out in the woods, like bringing down moose and shit.
That's probably true too. They're rustic. Montana cats.
Yeah, sex bottle. I'm a dog guy. My Labradoodle passed away about 5 months ago. Make up Shuttlepod intro cards to place on Dominic and Connor's vendor tables.
That's what I was trying to talk to you about earlier today.
Intro cards?
Well, just how to brand their tables for the Shuttlepod show.
Cat lady is definitely gender non-specific.
Since when?
Also, you don't need a cat to be a cat lady.
Oh, you don't?
No.
That's a new one.
Well, I don't know. I think it's pretty, bigoted.
You could be a cat man. Cat person is gender neutral.
Yeah, but cat person just doesn't have that roll off the tongue.
Well, no, that's true. That's true. That's true. All right. So what else? All right. So we've talked about crowdfunding. We've talked about Vegas.
Vegas, new show, Cat Daddy.
There you go, Cat Daddy, cat
Kitty
hoarder.
Daddy. Hey, Erica, are you a kitty? Erica's a kitty, so I guess I have a cat.
Oh my god. We talked about you guys losing your home.
Oh,
and
she's got it.
I'm a cat.
She's a cat.
All right, time for.
There you go. I'm a cat daddy.
Oh, there you go. Oh my god, cat dude.
Cat
there
dude.
you go, cat dude. Yeah, cat dude. All right, so I have one trivia question. Where's Tiffany?
Oh,
Is Tiffany still here? I don't know. I just don't know how to do this with all the chats going on. Ask one trivia question.
I don't know that that's the way that format would work in this setup. I think that you would need to ask us each trivia question until one of us loses. Sort of. All
right, you want to do best out? You want to do best out of 5? We can do best out of 5. But my answers are always a bit delayed. All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
I think you should ask her a question and then you should ask me a question. That's the only way for it to be fair, because I'll just answer the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
That could be really fun. That would make me feel better. Tiffany, don't take it the wrong way, but I wouldn't mind cheating to crush you.
Oh, well, that's not a very Starfleet.
Oh, I'm kidding. I'm just having fun.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
So
really glad she won. I was gonna. I've been having this conversation. Like, we need more people to win.
All right, Tiffany. This is for a brand new car.
It's fun on set with Connor and Dominic because, it's fun. But
It is fun. This is the unofficial rematch. The real rematch has to happen next time we're all together. But ladies first, Tiffany. In Gene Roddenberry's original treatment for Star Trek, what was the name of the starship? A, Yorktown, B, Plymouth, C, Reliant, or A, Enterprise?
Mark
Mark has to shut up because this is Tiffany's question. Unless Tiffany doesn't get it, and then we'll let Mark go.
Looking it up. She's cheating.
Don't look it up. Jober. Double check. Yorktown is correct. Woo! So Tiffany won. All right, Tiff won. All right, Mark, are you ready?
Yep. I absolutely did not look it up.
Who was the first actor to play a member of all 3 major alien races in Star Trek? A, Christopher Lloyd, B, Jeffrey Hunter, C, Mark Leonard, or D, Leonard Nimoy?
Mark Leonard.
Correct.
Yay!
All right. Next is for Tiffany. What is Sulu's primary position on the USS Enterprise? A, Chief Engineer, B, Helmsman, C, Science Officer, or D, Navigator? Evan, don't care if you know. This is a grudge match. No helping from the studio audience. Because I think Tiffany's admitted that Tia. Oh, let's see. Is it Helmsman?
Yeah, Helmsman.
It is. I knew, but I don't know if anybody else can hear it, but I get a little dinging in my ear for the right answer.
Oh yeah, Jober's got it right. Sulu was the primary fencist.
All right, next for Mark. Which Star Trek captain has an artificial heart? Do you want me to?
Picard, Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, I was going to say, do I even need to bother? Archer was actually one of the choices. All right, Tiffany.
Maybe
who was the
which dog of the captain has a
Yeah. All right. Some of these are easy. I just randomly looked up a page that had a bunch of trivia questions. Who was the first Vulcan science officer aboard the Starship Enterprise? Okay. A. Tuvok. Well, let me read them. A. Tuvok, B. Sarek, C. Spock, or D. Powell. Those are the choices. Who was the first science officer aboard the Enterprise? T'Pol. Let me check. All right. So far, we're tied. So far, all right.
Yeah, that was kind of a tricky question. I don't know if you read it correctly.
Who was the first Vulcan science officer aboard the Starship Enterprise?
Okay.
All right.
Who was the first? Because Star Trek came out well before Star Trek Enterprise. So if she had answered Spock, I would have a hard time saying she was wrong.
Right. But I guess when they say first, they mean chronologically, not television.
Do they?
Obviously, if it's the answers to Paul, then
ask the question chronologically. Chronologically, which
right.
Who was the science officer? Yet still, if she had said Spock, I'd have been like,
I didn't write this stuff. Just remember. All right, this is an interesting one. Which alien race did Ronald Reagan say reminded him of Congress?
Klingons.
You are correct. Nina, the next question's the one that you actually, Nina. The next question is one that we all know, that we all saw, that somebody answered on the Shuttlepod show trivia. Which species was the first to discover warp drive?
Mark.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
Steel.
What?
Mark for the steal.
Go ahead, Mark. What is it?
Is she gonna answer it?
I was gonna skip it because the answer was given out through the Shuttlepod shows.
Oh, the answer is the Vulcans.
Let's see. Yep. All right, so we're tied. Do we want to call it a draw, or do we want to keep going?
What's up to y'all?
That's interesting, Jober. I love that. I love the way Jober's mind worked. I would just like to say,
Stephanie, I think Stephanie threw that one away because it was asked on our show or on our social media.
Yeah, Trek Tuesday. One of the Shuttlepod shows, Trek Tuesday questions was who discovered warp drive. So it was a throwaway question. You guys are tied at 3-all. So Dave Gregory wants us to keep going. All right.
What Dave says, we does.
All right, so Tiffany, this one is for you. Which, let's see. What Star Trek character was labeled unknown sample when discovered by Bajoran scientists?
Mark.
Not your question. A. Khan Noonien Singh. B. Odo. C. Data. ABC, D. 7 of 9.
There you go.
Yep. All right. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Here's this one's. This one's tough, Mark. I'm going to be really impressed if you get this one. Which Star Trek actor originally devised the Klingon language?
James Doohan.
Correct. Impressive. Most impressive. Okay. Tiffany, what character was adopted by the Vulcan ambassador Sarek? Michael Burnham, Cybok, Sylvia Tilly, or Spock? All right, Tiff, did you hear that one?
Yeah, there she is. It just takes her a second.
Yep.
She's on a leg.
Michael Burnham. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Got pages and pages of this stuff. Mark, who serves as the communication officer in the
You just read my mind. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. Get Tiff on video. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, Stephanie.
No, I was actually, Tiffany, I can actually send you the link. I just didn't warn you that I might want to put you on video. So it's totally up to you. I'll send you a link right now. You can join us. And then we can have a real competition. Because then we can hear Mark go, Mark, 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 Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Because we didn't.
No, that's not the most annoying thing.
Nobody gets tired of it. Nobody gets tired of it. But Tiff, let me know. I will literally just WhatsApp you or something. LOL, we could do this all night. Yeah, I don't have any makeup on. See, this is why I didn't offer to send her the link, because I didn't think she'd be camera ready. All right, Mark. Who serves?
You don't have a veil on the ready, Tiffany?
Tiffany's actually helping me with my cosplay outfit because she's so awesome. Mark versus fans.
All right, my question.
All right, Mark. Who serves as communications officer in the final episode of Star Trek: The Original Series? You want your choices?
Yes.
Lieutenant Lisa, Lieutenant Uhura, Lieutenant Baldovin, Lieutenant Rand.
God damn it. What are the options again?
A, Lieutenant Lisa. B, Lieutenant Uhura. C, Lieutenant Baldovin. Or D, Lieutenant Rand.
All right, I'm gonna say it's not Uhura because that would be too easy.
Right.
I'm gonna say it's either Lisa or Rand, but either one is basically a guess. So Rand.
Bzz, nope. All right, let's see. Lieutenant Lisa. Lieutenant Uhura does not appear in Turnabout Intruder, the last episode of Star Trek. She is replaced by Lieutenant Lisa, who some fans have identified as the night shift communications officer.
Lisa. See, all I had to do is say Lisa.
All right, Tiff. What actress turned down the role of Seven of Nine?
God damn it.
4 times. A, Jolene Blaylock. B, Hudson Reddick. C, Claudia Christian. Or D, Jerry Ryan.
I know this one. Mark.
Oh, War Dog with she could have gotten promoted, I guess, at the end.
No, he's right. The moment I saw his message there, I was like, son of a
Trick
bitch.
question. All right, Tiff. D, Jerry Ryan?
Yeah, that's right.
That's correct. Turned down the role 4 times. She only accepted the part after repeated lobbying by executive producer Jerry Taylor. All right, so Tiff is ahead. Mark, do you want you?
Did she win?
Well, it is 6 to. I guess it's 6 to 5. She's ahead by 1. So once again, she pulls it out at the end, unless you want to keep going.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I got a lot of wine left, so so I'm good.
But yeah, we next time we do this, maybe I'll invite somebody to come and come actually be on video, because it'll definitely be more fun. I was figuring we just ask one like sudden death question, but
yeah, you can do that, but yeah, you got to be on video.
Yeah.
Oh,
5 It's 5 more. Mark.
Best of 3.
This was supposed to be like the best of 5, but they just kept getting everything right. So.
Best of 3, best of 5s.
All right, so it is Mark's turn again. Let's see what we got. I know the answer to this one.
You know, that's nice.
What actor from Star Trek the original series lost his right middle finger during World War II?
Is this for
It's
me?
for you.
James Doohan.
Correct. Lost his right middle finger during World War II. Most of his scenes are shot
on D-Day.
Most of his scenes are shot to hide it. In scenes with a close-up view of Scotty's hand operating the transporter, for example, someone else's hands were used. However, it is noticeable on a few rare occasions. The most obvious example is The Trouble with Tribbles, when Scotty comes into the rec room with his arm full of tribbles. Take a close look at his hand. You can clearly see his missing finger. Wow, I love the trivia of the trivia. All right, and yes, he is Canadian. All right, Tiff, this one's for you.
Oh, Kelly, he used his other hand.
Oh, Margit, I'm sorry you're having internet issues, but thank you so much for joining us. So late in the, or so early in the morning in Deutschland. All right, so this is for Tiffany. What future Starfleet captain survived the Battle of Wolf 359? A. Benjamin Sisko. B. Jonathan Archer. C. James Kirk. D. Catherine Janeway.
What was the question?
It's for Tiffany, so no Mark. What future Starfleet captain survived the Battle of Wolf 359? Sisko, Archer, Kirk, or Janeway? Ding, ding, ding. I knew that one too. Yep, Sisko. That's also where he lost his wife.
Jennifer,
poor Jennifer. But then he met...
I can leave her here.
That's true, but Jeannie's bonus points for Jeannie. Shaw survived.
Yeah, also Shaw.
All right, Mark. What's Lieutenant?
He's going to be on our show in a couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's amazing.
Shaw, Todd Stashwick,
Mm-hmm.
Metalis, Jonathan Frakes, Ira Stephen Bear.
And it's smart to have all the Picard people on after the series is over. Because
well, I mean, yeah, it's something relevant at the moment.
Well, yeah, but then you don't have to worry about the NDAs and the spoilers. Right
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's awesome timing. And Todd,
also, we're not super a spoiler show. We talk about like where did you grow up? Why are you an actor or a writer or whatever it is you do?
Just Frakes actually grew up in Bellefonte, PA, which I used to live in State College, PA, which is right next door, which is where Penn State is. So
should I tell him that I know someone called Stephanie who
I've tried connecting with him on that Penn State level. It's never worked. I'm not kidding. I have tried connecting with him about Penn State because he's alumni.
Oh, Nina, take that back. Don't even put that out there. Ugh, all you kids.
Nina, stop putting this crap into the universe.
All you kids with your negative energy.
Oh my God. Nina, go to bed. Now I am going to send those hitmen to your house. Evan Cutler says, oh, snap. Are you guys getting Frakes? This is why you need to subscribe to the Shuttlepod show. Evan Cutler. Just saying. This is why you need to subscribe. Write it down. Commonwealth in the house. Oh, I love that, Jer. I've lived in 2 Commonwealths.
Commonwealth makes me think of Fallout 4.
What's Fallout 4?
What's Fallout 4?
I guess Mark's leaving. Is it a role-playing game?
It is my favorite game.
Oh, sorry.
It's a it's a role-playing game. Leave me alone.
It's not my bag, but I have a lot of respect for people that play role-playing games. Sorry, I actually played one of the first in-person Star Trek role-playing games, go to somebody's house, set up a board, that whole thing. I actually did do that.
I keep trying to get. I was really excited for a moment. I thought that y'all Star Trek fans would be a fertile recruiting ground for me to find some Fallout 76 partners, but Nobody wants to play with me.
Aw, poor Mark.
It's all right.
Did Bonnie didn't invite you to her Star Trek thing on Monday nights? Which I'm glad she didn't, because then you wouldn't be here. That's why I've been having problems scheduling Bonnie, because she does her role-playing thing on Monday nights.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they have like a standard crowd. A wash. Oh, I thought you were going to say a wash role-playing game, Nina. We all role-play as wash.
Yeah, correct, Puka. Kentucky is a
Christ.
Commonwealth.
I've been working on the wash Porthos interview.
Oh my god.
It makes me laugh.
Oh my god, it's gonna make everybody laugh. That's amazing. When's that coming up?
I don't know. When we have time.
Yeah, exactly. Finding the time is.
Porthos is a good boy, so he's like the eternal optimistic, and Wash is a little damaged.
Kelly, I'm not sharing that, but yeah, we'll share gifts. We'll share wash out your eyes later gifts, because that's a thing. Hi, Convex. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I love that. Too far into April, I think, to do the April Fool's thing.
I think, Melissa, so I've already done the voice of Porthos in a bunch of promos, and it was kind of fun. If you want to try the voice of Wash, that would be great, because we've all been assuming Wash is a guy. And if it...
Just like Rock Talk.
Girl, he'll be like, you never asked.
Just like Rock Talk on Prodigy. Just the way they set it up, everybody assumed, I think, that Rock Talk...
Made me laugh so hard. I really liked that.
Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I loved that. That was great. I love Prodigy. I mean, even though Janeway's like, because we all know I'm not a Voyager fan, not a Janeway fan. Get Bonnie to do it.
Are we still in this trivia game, or is that?
Oh wow, Mark! I love Mark's competitive spirit. Whose turn?
No, I'm not being competitive. I'm a producer, so I'm segment minded.
Okay. Oh, Mark, this one's for you. What is Lieutenant Uhura's first name? Do you need me to give you the choices?
What is the question?
What's Lieutenant Uhura's first name?
Oh, yeah, give me the choices.
Katura, Ayana, Natoya, Ephra.
Natoya.
All right. While guest starring on the game show Super Password on January 7th, 1987, Nichelle Nichols revealed that Uhura's first name was Natoya. Natoya is Swahili word for star.
Star Uhura.
All right. Tiff, what is Deanna Troy's favorite food? Beta Z oysters, uta berries, Jakaran pudding, or chocolate? And I can read those again if you need them. Oh, Tiffany's on the phone. Oops. Oh my God, somebody get Alan Tudyk on the phone. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, you should just get Alan Tudyk to do the voice of Wash.
I'll just call him.
Just call him. Chocolate, Tiffany, you're right. I don't even have to go back, but I like the ding, ding, ding. All right, Tiff. Mark, what ship is Sulu assigned when he's promoted to captain?
The Excelsior.
Correct. What character dies in the series finale of Star Trek Enterprise, Tiff? I'm not even reading the freaking choices. What character dies in the series finale of Enterprise that none of us actually recognize, and which has just been very cleverly reversed? In fact, while we're waiting for Tiffany to answer that absolutely ridiculous question,
Spoilers.
Not Trip Tucker.
Yeah, Trip's not dead. That is an acceptable answer.
That is a bunch of Xindi died. Yeah. Okay. Well, the choices were
Hoshi died at the end of Star Trek Enterprise. My soul.
Hoshi, T'Pol, Trip, and Phlox were the choices, and Trip. In the series finale, Chief Engineer Charles Trip Tucker III sacrifices himself to save the rest of the crew. But he really didn't, because he's actually working for Section 31. And the rule about spoilers on this show, Evan, is if they're over 20 years old, they're not spoilers anymore. It's all on you.
It's still a spoiler.
Still a spoiler. 69 refit. The finale was shown to be false. Yes, Puka, I was just about to talk about that. Somebody shared that with me. Somebody noticed when in Picard, when they shared the retired NX-01 and it was refit, that negated These Are the Voyages because the refit wasn't featured in These Are the Voyages. And everybody's always said that holodeck program was bullshit.
They didn't do anything. There was maybe like a 3-second shot of a screen that had 100 other things on it as well. Is that everyone's been talking about this moment and I've not seen it. I've rewatched the episode 50
Yeah,
times.
I haven't seen it either. I was waiting for 7 of 9 to like bring it up on the screen and she didn't.
Yeah.
So that's somebody's theory, is that since the refit wasn't shown and These Are the Voyages, but it was shown in Picard, between that but you couple that with Lower Decks, making Section 31 faking people's death a thing, which has always been the theory about why Trip isn't dead.
Very happy and content with just saying this was an episode of The Next Generation, and it was like a fucking holodeck. It was a, self-help holodeck program that Riker put himself through as he was struggling with whether or not to tell Picard the truth.
Right. Don't spoil it. I haven't watched it. Like I'll watch everything on H&I, but I'll skip the finale. Every time the finale pops up, I watch something else.
I love this show, and I actually really appreciate what Brandon and Rick said about it, and it is what it is.
Exactly. How
I have to say, I would rather be a fan who was left wanting more than a fan who kind of just bored as shit walked away from it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's absolutely very true. And I know if Lasso's still with us, Magic Lasso, and I feel that way about The Flash. It's like I'm sticking with The Flash because it's the final season, but the final season should have been about 3 seasons ago. Once they jump the shark, it's just not even, which is why I'm kind of okay with with Discovery being over, because I feel like it's reached its end.
Fuck the end of Enterprise.
Exactly. Fuck the end of Enterprise. Who cares? It was.
Oh, come on now.
The one thing I will say, and I don't know if I've ever said it to you, Mark, but the one thing I will say that I liked about the Rick Berman interview was that at least he gave to what to me was a very plausible explanation of why they did the last episode the way they did. Like they were trying to kind of get everything that they wanted to say had they been able to go 7 years into one episode. So at least now there's a logic behind it. I'm not saying that it was good. I'm not saying that I enjoyed it, and or whatever, but at least now I understand the logic behind it.
Well, they got put in a bind and fell back on what they knew, which is what you do. It's also they were grappling with, that's it. They don't, not just that's the end of the show, but that's the end of their jobs. And it's possibly the end of their careers. Brandon moved to do other shows and things, but Rick hasn't.
Yeah, Jamie. So many people agree. Demons and Terror Prime was a much better end than These Are the Voyages. There are a lot of shows that now, like Grey's Anatomy. I'm like, that shit's still on. I mean, I don't watch it. It's just it always surprises me when you find out
it's still on.
Yes, my parents watch it. I'm like, why?
Oh, that sounds awful.
Oh, hold on. JR's got a Connor story. We always stop for a Connor story. My first meet with Connor, he asked my favorite episode. I told him I rewatch from the beginning to end every other year, but I skipped the last episode. Yeah, exactly. I have my top 5 Enterprise episodes.
Oh, that's an interesting question. What's your rewatch cycle? I assume everyone here has a rewatch cycle.
Thank you, Ed.
I rewatch. I go original series. Sometimes I skip the original series these years, but and then I do The Next Generation, and sometimes I skip the first 2 seasons. and then I do Deep Space Nine, and then I do like Cheers or Frasier, and then I do Voyager, and then I do Enterprise.
You know what's funny? Because Heroes and Icons runs all the treks in order. The one that I consistently watch is Enterprise. Because I fall asleep to it. And then so I've sort of kind of like Voyager kind of seeps in because I'll turn on Voyager. Hey Linda! Because I turn on Voyager if I'm going to bed earlier than midnight. But I really TOS and TNG, if there's an episode on and I catch it and it's one that I want to watch, the thing that I rewatch the most, honestly, and it's mostly because of TV Land right now, is MASH. I begin it like 11 seasons. I love MASH.
MASH is fucking great. Good call on MASH, but that's a lot of seasons of TV.
Yeah, it is, but it's Alan Alda is a bloody fucking genius. And
JR said that he's rewatching the original series right now, and he's doing seasons 2 and 3. So our new show, the episodes, we're going to try. We've been talking with Walter Koenig to come and do his favorite episodes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Participate in the conversation so that we can ask questions and all that stuff. And
I hope one of his favorite episodes is his first episode, because that's my favorite episode of TOS.
Oh, I really like this question. What's your rewatch cycle? Oh, good.
David Gregory, I'm on Enterprise rewatch now, on Home now. I guess my Star Trek cycle is looped in order, but so many other streaming. Yeah, exactly. I mean, MASH is great. MASH is just, it's 11 seasons of just awesomeness. And and TV Land has it on from like 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then
I'm watching Lower Decks right now. I'm really liking it. It's a little intense. It's a lot like, it's like watching, if you've ever watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or if you've watched Rick and Morty.
Oh my God, I love Rick and Morty.
I do too, but when you watch like 14 episodes in a row, it's like, it gets so much anxiety.
Evan's adorable. Like I said, we've been friends. Evan knows the answer to this question. Walter Koenig's first episode was season 2, episode 1, which is my favorite episode, which is Amok Time. But he knew that because I said it was my favorite episode. But Amok Time is my favorite TOS episode.
Really? Why?
Parted from me and never parted, never and always touching and touched, we meet at the appointed place. I absolutely love that. And when he throws the plomeek soup at her. But yeah.
Is that the?
Yes, it's that too. Yeah, it's the Pung Far episode.
Oh, that's where Shatner fights Nimoy with the
Lurpa and the Arnwoon, which I never remember which is which.
With that
Nina.
terrible weapon.
The Fuck or Die episode. And Arlene Mattel, the actress that played T'Pring, if you watch 60s television, she's been everywhere.
I don't think this is a spoiler alert. The Spock, what's-her-face relationship on Strange New Worlds, where they did the Freaky Friday episode.
Yeah.
They had me on the floor. I loved it.
No, that was really good. It bugs me. What bugs me is that it rewrote Amok Time because now Christine obviously knows who T'Pring is before Kirk's Enterprise. Yes. You know what? I was actually going to say that, Melissa. You read my mind, but I figured, yeah. MASH lasted longer than the actual Korean War because, of course, it was really Vietnam. But, well, I just found this out recently. It does. Yeah, the whole thing about them, like, turn the ship around. Oh, no, are we going to Vulcan? Yeah, absolutely right. Are we going to Vulcan? I've already set in the coordinates. But I found this out recently. The guy that wrote the novel MASH, the character of Hawkeye was based on him, and he was actually conservative. So he was not a fan of the show because they turned Hawkeye liberal. But I don't think the show would have worked had Hawkeye not been liberal because of the messages that the show wanted to convey. It wouldn't have worked. That's why they
talk about politics on camera.
I'm not talking about politics. I'm just saying that MASH wouldn't have worked if Hawkeye had been conservative. That's what they had Frank for. So they got both points of view in there. I loved Larry Linville, I think, did such a stellar job. And let's not forget that MASH the movie has some Star Trek tie-ins, because MASH the movie, Hot Lips Houlihan was played by Sally Kellerman.
Starship Troopers. There it is. I've been waiting. I cannot tell you how long I've been waiting since our first episode of the Shuttlepod show. I've been waiting for someone to say Starship Troopers.
All right, so Melissa wins a car. Because that seems to just be your go-to gift.
And favorite movies of all time. I'm a Paul Verhoeven scholarship winner. I went to film school on a Paul Verhoeven scholarship. Yeah, I love that movie. It is so good.
Oh, I love this. Lower Decks Futurama Star Trek edition. I think that's great. For anybody that's watched Futurama, I think that fits.
The only good bug's a dead bug.
Jober, save something for when you're coming on the show, which is hopefully going to be next week. So, shh. We're going to talk about whatever Jober wants to talk about. He's coming on the show next week. And you guys get to tell him in person how much you love all of Erica's new wardrobe.
Oh, yeah. Who loves Erica's new wardrobe? It's amazing, right?
Yes.
I'm doing my part. See, everyone loves Starship Troopers. I don't know why we haven't been talking about this for the last hour.
I've never seen it. Mark's going to hang up now.
Oh, do not pass go. Go to your television and watch that movie. Holy shit, Stephanie.
All right. Well, it's not like I have anything else going on in my life right now, like, helping people plan shit, but whatever. But I guess this is a good time to talk about
Stephanie.
What?
Oh, Kelly, you're so poor.
Oh, Kelly, you're so, yeah, no, I've never seen it. I'll go watch it. God. Yeah, I've got homework.
Hey man, you opened this can of worms, not me.
I know. Well, the other thing too is that I just watched Galaxy Quest last year.
What? Jesus, Stephanie.
I know. The reason I would have watched it, I can't stand Tim Allen. He annoys the shit out of me.
How?
By existing in Hollywood and acting.
Lame.
Everything he does annoys the shit out of me. But I swallowed it and I watched it. Got to keep up. All right, Dave says I've got to keep up with you. So yes, Galaxy Quest was excellent. I loved it, and I didn't realize Justin Long was in it, and I love Justin Long, so that was okay.
Oh yeah, he plays the
geek.
kid.
Yeah, he plays one of the fans. What the hell stuff? I know I'm losing cred, but at least I'm honest with you guys. I mean, I wouldn't sit here and lie, because then Mark starts talking about Starship Troopers. All I'm going to do is nod.
Look at all these stone colds just turning on you. Holy shit.
I know. So I guess this is a bad time to talk to you guys about my Patreon and donating to the show.
Join my Patreon and I'll watch the movie. Everyone knows that I should have already watched.
No, you know what? I just figured out how to do like a straight donate to the show without going through Patreon. So yes, if I get donations, then I can keep my cable on for another day, and maybe I can rent Starship Troopers. Didn't they?
Stephanie, I will rent Starship Troopers on Amazon Prime for you.
Get this woman some culture. But yeah, that's the link. That's the link to donate to the show.
There's at least one actor that I can think of from Starship Troopers that was in Enterprise. Are there?
I think somebody from my soap was in Starship Troopers. The original. Didn't they do a remake recently? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, I mean, Mark, if you want to go to IMDb. So Tiffany hasn't seen all of Starship Troopers? Is that what I'm hearing? So maybe Tiffany and I can do our own watch party?
I would participate in a Starship Troopers watch party. Would you like to know more?
Anyone seen
No,
the
not
cast?
the rest of them, to the original one. With what's his face and what's her face and the dude, the kid doctor, Doogie.
Doogie Howser's in it?
Jolene was in a Starship Troopers 3, I think.
Okay. I am not a fan of Spaceballs, but
Oh my God.
I don't.
Why am I talking to you? I'm gonna go.
Mark,
would you like to know more?
click here. Solid half of. See, now I am not the only person that hasn't seen Starship Troopers. So I will watch it this week. We can talk about it on the show next week. If Jober's seen it, we'll talk about it.
I directed Denise Richards, actually, Casper Van Dien. He sat in my office once, and I was like, I got to tell you something. This is one of the only times I've ever fanboyed is Casper Van Dien sitting on me. I was like, he's like, it's okay, bro.
Oh my God. Hold on one sec. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Spaceballs with your kids 20 times. If Puka, I've seen Young Frankenstein. My favorite Mel Brooks movie is probably Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Nope, wrong answer.
Oh, so what's the right answer?
I don't know.
See, though, so there you go.
Probably Blazing Saddles.
Oh, JR, that's adorable. See, I mean, there are parts of Spaceballs that I like. Oh,
Spaceballs
the film's for me to watch. That's not what
is just unreal. Young Frankenstein is amazing.
Frankenstein.
Saddles is the only one where I watch it to this day, and my jaw is on the ground. High Anxiety, obviously, okay, the producers, there's a bunch of shit, but I think
right.
Saddles is the one that just has my side.
So, what about Robin Hood Men in Tights? I really like that. You didn't like that one, or you just don't think it should be the best?
It wasn't just awful, but it wasn't any good. I don't know. It was good, but I feel like by the time Robin Hood Men in Tights came out, he had run through all of his jokes too many times.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, there's some, I don't know. There's some, I do like silly comedy. It's just some of it, not all of the Mel Brooks movies speak to me. So I don't know. But I promise I will put Starship Troopers on my list so that to guarantee that Mark will come back.
Oh, War Dog, the campfire scene.
I did like the Naked Gun movies. I love Leslie Nielsen. Airplane. The Airplane movies were great.
Oh, Airplane. Oh, my Lord, Airplane. My God, what a good movie.
Unbelievable. I have never seen, and I don't recommend anybody see it. The Star Trek parody movie was terrible from what I understand.
Tremors is not the best movie of all time. Melissa, you were wrong. The best movie of all time is
Wrath of Khan.
Either Fargo or Star Trek 6.
Okay, Alan's probably gonna unsubscribe if he's talking about the Russell Crowe movie, because I don't like Russell Crowe and I did not like Gladiators.
No, Gladiator was a great movie.
I don't like Russell Crowe. I kept waiting for Xena to show up. I just didn't. I don't like Russell Crowe. There's something about Russell Crowe. The same way, not every actor just hits you the right way.
It's interesting that you say that, Stephanie, because I know that Russell Crowe fucking loves you.
Oh, sure. I'm sure he does. They had him. I've just never seen him in a role that I liked him in.
I'll fight you. Come on, really? Over Tremors?
No. Well, we should say, you know what? cage match in Vegas.
Next time, cage match. There we go. Close Encounters was fun. Yeah,
Yes.
Gladiator had a great score. It was what's his face? The Austrian. Oh, what's his name? Zimmer. Hans Zimmer.
Oh God, he's a legend.
The Black Hole movie with hey.
Were you not entertained?
What is-
A Beautiful Mind was good. Yes, JR, I will give you A Beautiful Mind.
What the hell was his name? Interstellar.
Which one was that? I feel like I watched it.
Hey now. What is his saying?
I did see Blade Runner. I did
Yes,
see the
boy.
original Blade Runner. Yeah, Hans is a
Who am I talking
genius.
about? Who's the actor in Interstellar? Yeah.
What? That wasn't Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey. Thank you.
Yeah,
What's
Matthew
his
McConaughey.
catchphrase that everyone knows him for?
All right.
That's it. Yes. McConaughey is in Interstellar, and it's fantastic. Hans Zimmer does the score. Everyone in that movie is so good. In Interstellar, it's so good. I mean, it's 9 hours too long, but it's really good.
Lord of the Rings.
Chastain, she's amazing. She's amazing. What's his face? The brother of the dude, and then that one guy, and then the British guy never closes his eyes, and what's his face from Parks and Rec, and he was in the. We just watched Star Trek: First Contact. He was the helmsman on the Defiant. Oh yeah, was it von Sydow in the Black Hole? Are you making a joke?
Evan's throwing in the comedies again, Dazed and Confused.
Adam Scott, yeah. Dunkirk.
Yeah, now we're just turning this into a huge movie trivia show, which is totally fine.
Fargo has been my favorite movie my whole life. I love Star Trek, so it's like, 2, 6, 4, 5, 3, then the rest of them.
Love Roddy McDowall. J.G. Hertzler worked with him, and I just found that out when I had him on the show back at the beginning of the season. He mentioned Roddy McDowall. I was like, oh my God, that's what I love, is having my actors that I'm friendly with, having them on, and then just finding out all this new stuff that I didn't know. And JG was telling this great story about working with Roddy McDowall. But I love Roddy. I thought mostly from Batman, but I have seen him in other things. What was that? What was that vampire movie? Fright Night. He did the original Fright Night.
Well, I hate to get back on the show, God damn it. Major League 3. It was Major League 3.
2 and 3?
3.
Voyage Home, Growing Up. There you go. But okay, Mark, have we covered everything? Tiffany, all right, so let's get this straight. Tiffany beat you in trivia.
Escanaba, meh.
I think we've covered everything that we need to cover. Oh, I did have I know. I promise. If I promise to watch Starship Troopers before the next show, you guys could. This would actually help me out. I have one more thing on my Amazon wish list. I need a new router. I need a new cable modem. I refuse to give Comcast $15 a month for something that I can purchase and own.
A Wi-Fi?
No, like an actual cable modem. Like, usually when you have your cable services through like Comcast, they send you the router that you plug your coaxial cable into.
Yeah, you have to take theirs, don't you?
No, you don't. You can buy one for yourself.
You can.
Yeah. You can.
Something new every day here on
the NX 7062. The only challenge is obviously if it breaks or whatever, they're not going to replace it. But again, it saves me from giving Comcast any more money than I absolutely have to. So the Amazon wish list has one more thing on it, and it's just a cable modem router combination so that I can keep coming to you every week and you guys can keep yelling at me about movies I haven't seen. And we can have Mark on to share cool stuff. And then, of course, there's the NX7062 store where you can buy my merch. Aren't these QR codes cool, though? I think this is like the
Oh, those are cool. I was looking at those the other day. I'm trying to figure out how to. So
It's through the provider. It's through Restream.
I wish you could share. Nina did 2 T-shirts that made me laugh my ass off.
Oh, those pictures you sent me?
Keep
your shirt on.
Which is way better than the one that we did. And she did one called #ShitPlanet.
Yes.
Of our Ron Moore episode where he was talking about making a planet for Star Trek out of a picture of his dog shit.
On how to promote the Shuttlepod show. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to be helping you with tips on how to promote the show.
Yeah, if anyone has tips on how to promote the show, please let me know.
Yeah, exactly. You can email him at shuttlepodshow.com.
I've been
or at Gmail.
most of my energy trying to just keep the show alive, making it like learning little lessons each episode and trying to make the next one a little better. I think it's getting pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with where the show has come and where I think it's
and our trajectory, Captain.
Yeah, I feel like it's really getting better. And yeah, Dog Shit Planet. That's it, Nina.
Yeah, Nina's great. Her designs are great. In fact, my little Wash Gang patch.
We hope you have a lovely stay.
Is a Nina.
Oh yeah, those are the shirts from the
Yeah, these are the Mars shirts. That's right. You weren't here at the very beginning. These are the Mars shirts. I wore it in honor of the fact that you were coming on because it's my one shirt that says Shuttlepod Show. I do have my Trips Not Dead shirt, but it doesn't have the name on the back. You can also, by the way, become a patron of my show. See, look, I'm just switching my little QR codes up. Also have the QR code for my Patreon page, and you can become a patron. I've named all of my levels after episodes of Enterprise.
Oh, you were reminding me of something. We are going to start putting up graphics of everyone's social media stuff on our show. A bunch of people have said to me, especially recently, I've gotten a lot of messages through the Shuttlepod show stuff saying, Mark doesn't have social media. I do. It's at Mark J. Cartier. My middle name starts with a J.
Very smart. I was going to say, don't say it.
J. Cartier, if anyone gives a shit.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, I give a shit because that's how I tag you on Twitter when I want you to share things.
Yeah, a lot of people tag me not with my name.
I only tag you with your name when you're going to be on the show because that way it's just, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, Nina's got it right. Otherwise, it's just...
yeah, I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram.
And he's got all these, yeah. Facebook. And if you ever want to know if it's him, just look for the picture of the guy with Erica. Because
I'm one of the pictures of the guy with Erica.
Yeah, it's always Mark and Erica in really cool pictures together. So yes, jump on the Patreon.
Speaking of Erica, I don't want to be a party pooper, but I have to make my sweetheart a dinner.
Well, that's not being a party pooper. Just remember, donate what you can when you can. If you want to do a straight donation, we're going to run through this real quick, and then I promise I'll let you go. The one thing that I need on my Amazon wish list, if you want to buy a t-shirt or a tank top, you can hit up my store, or you can become a patron. Oh, see, I'm just everywhere. Yes, and it is important to feed. It's important to feed the Erica. Oh, look, the Shuttlepod show's been here the whole time.
What?
It's amazing. Oh, and Mark, if you need to go feed Erica, you can go. But I do want to remind everybody real quick about the Quiet Corner, my Quiet Corner Sci-Fi Convention, which is coming up at the end of the month up in Pomfret, Connecticut, which I'm really excited because it's my first.
Yes, the 29th of this month, right?
The 29th of this month, I will be up in New England in Pomfret, Connecticut, hanging out, selling some really cool stuff.
Erica, would you like to say goodbye?
I'm going to be selling some autographs and some other cool stuff, and I'm going to be broadcasting live. And if you've ever wanted to meet me, just treat yourself to a lovely weekend in New England and just carve out 10 to 5 on April 29th to come see me at the Quiet Corner. Tickets are only $10. So you're welcome, Select Bottle. Thank you. Love you, Nina.
Erica's texting me. She's saying, tell everyone to say goodbye. Tell everyone to say goodnight. I'm in bed. And she sent me a link to the Volarsol Women's Captain Officer Duty Dress Halloween Cosplay Costume Red Uniform.
Oh, there you go. And I've got the picture to share and the hashtag, so that'll be going up soon. Oh my gosh, Enterprise is on. It's midnight. 2 hours hanging out with Mark. So I don't think we could ask for anything better, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah, Feed Me Seymour.
Feed Me Seymour. I have seen that movie. Just I've seen Little Shop of Horrors. All right, guys, thank you as always for hanging out. And hi to all the new people. Please come back and see me every week. We are live. Next week, my guest is going to be Jober. We're going to talk about Star Trek and fashion and maybe even talk about Starship Troopers if I watch it. When I watch it, everybody, thanks again for hanging out. And you know the deal. Until I see you next week, please remember to live long and prosper.